Tell us a little bit about your character, where we're going to see him go this season.
So my character, Danny Green, I play a Navy SEAL, and you guys saw the pilot. There's some loss that happens in the pilot. I have this beautiful relationship with a woman on the ship, and throughout the season, my character gets to deal with a lot of these dynamic situations of this forbidden love and a lot of loss, but also having to go out there and be in action and be on these missions and like really having a purpose and juggling all these things and not knowing, like there's so much unknown that my character goes through, whether my parents are alive, what's going on with America at this time, how are we going to really survive these extraordinary circumstances. And it's just there's a lot going on and a lot that I get to experience, so it's been a dream for me.
We were talking in the press conference earlier about how this isn't post-apocalyptic, it's apocalyptic. This is happening now. What is the scariest concept for you as an actor, as a person, thinking about what would happen if this was real world?
Look, if we were on the face of extinction, if humanity was on the face of, if we were facing extinction, who would we become? When there's no rules, there's no governments, there's no police, when we just have to, we either team up with each other and cooperate and work as one, or do we all go into survival mode and just fend for ourselves? I think that we're in the I, me culture right now, and I think if we were to take away, this structure of rules, it might be a scary world. So I think the show really mirrors that question. It mirrors humanity right now because there's a lot of war going on. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of animosity between people, and it takes usually extraordinary circumstances and situations that make people come together and realize that we are one. So I think the philosophy of this show is something that people will really connect with because, in the face of this extraordinary circumstance, we have to we team up or we die. And then think about restarting a civilization. If we had the chance to restart a civilization, would we do things differently? How would that even look? So I think a lot with the global warming and with all the things that are going on in this world, that question is not a crazy question to be asking now. So it really taps into some current, deep, moments that could be possible in the close future.
And is there anything that you would be absolutely terrified about if 24 hours, everything as you know it ends? What's the first thing that would go through your mind?
I mean, that's a big. If I found out that the world was ending, that everyone was dead.
If things started going downhill very quickly, what's the first goal that you want to accomplish before things just completely fall apart?
First goal is find my family, get my community of friends together, and come together, figure out a game plan. Because as people, cooperation is something that we have embedded in us. It's part of our design. It's part of who we are. And I would find my family. I would find my community. I'd come together and we would start doing what we can to ensure our safety and ensure helping other people, because being of service is one of the most important elements of being human. And if we eliminate that, we're all going downhill. So I would be doing my best to help out in every way I could.
Talk a little bit about filming on an actual Navy ship with actual Navy people. What was the challenge?
The challenge, I think filming on a ship with active Navy crewmen and seamen was, first of all, they're watching you, and you want to honor them. You want them to be happy with what you're doing. So I think there was some of those moments of are we legit? Are we doing what you guys would really do? Is this cool? Do you guys, are you supporting us? So that was fun, and it was also really, it felt empowering to have them on set because they were there to support us and to help us if we had questions, and they were there as people. We could ask them questions about their lives, and they were so open to share with us. So it was inspiring as just me as a man, and also me as my character. It was really cool to really get in touch with a lot of the inner worlds of these amazing people.
And then finally, a fun question. If you could incorporate any common post-apocalyptic themes, zombies, aliens, into this film or into the television series, what would you bring in?
Flying zombies.
Flying zombies.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, flying zombies I think would be the way to go because you haven't seen that yet. So somehow as you die and you become a zombie, you get wings. And then maybe they can blow fire out of their asses. I think maybe that's how they have extra propeller, yeah.